I developed a condition called skeletal dysplasia of the femur, which is what happens is the one of your legs grows a lot faster than the other one, so you end up with one leg which is quite a bit longer than the other. I became very shy about the foot, and I didn't really want to expose myself to people. Never wore anything other than long skirts, slacks. Never went to the beach. Never wore high heels. I guess it was not until sort of 2 to 3 years ago when the boys had left home, and I thought, what are you doing with your life, Pat? I said, get out there and take on the world. Get out in public and say, yes, I'm disabled, but I can roll.
A Perth mum has set a new world record.
I'm absolutely pooped at the moment, but very thrilled, very thrilled.
Pat Mullins rolled 19 kilometres on her side from Perth to Fremantle.
Go Perth! But rolling came into my life. It started as a very private thing. The kids were in bed and they were crying. I couldn't, grab onto the wall and hobble my way down there. I would roll. TV. So it is fairly convenient. It became a convenience thing for me at the time, and I would move around the house rolling from here to there, from to to fro. Phone call. Hello, Pat speaking. In a few months' time, I will be the first woman to have rolled on her side from Perth to Uluru. Yes, we're going to the Rock and rolling all the way. Rolling to the Rock. Rock and roll. That's right.
You're there.
And we sometimes make up our own games. We've got a game which I call the staring game, which absolutely drives this guy mad. It's the object of the game is that I stare at Terry with big wide eyes, just stare at him for hours and hours, and eventually he'll crack.
But for this Australian of the Year nominee, it's not all fun and games. In order to stay in peak condition, Pat has a demanding training schedule. When the time came for her to select a coach, Pat chose the man who'd been by her side all along.
Line.
I was with my girlfriends out in the water and I grabbed onto a dolphin, and it was a beautiful dolphin, magnificent beast, and it took me for a swim, and all the girls were laughing and it was holding onto the thing and getting dragged along, and I'm not a good swimmer because of my leg, and so it was just a thrill to be going through the water at that pace. And it took me out and then dropped me there. All of a sudden, out of the blue, this bloke comes, my big hero, my big saviour, and he looked at me and he said, "You're the one that, was it you?"
No, unless you got flippers.
Unless you've got a flipper, you're going to be needing a ride home, young lady.
Yeah.
And he grabbed me and he swam me back. If you look over to my dolphin unit over there, you'll see that Terry now buys me one dolphin a month. This is
the latest?
This month's dolphin, the latest edition. It's the bird feeder.
No, it's like an incense string. You burn incense.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, burn it was smelly sort of stuff.
It was for the garden. Yeah.
And she couldn't do it without Terry.
Isn't it? Terry, you make me very merry, even though you're very, very hairy. I'll always love my Terry. We're in full training mode now, and Terry's acting as coach for me, which is great. It's been really good. He's a bit of a hard taskmaster.
5, 6, 7. Work. No.
He has a fitness background, Terry, so he knows how to get me into shape.
3, 2, 1, go.
We're doing 25 kilometres an hour.
Mind your head, Dale, mind your head. Oh, that's great. Keep going.
Which is
Right
quite fast in rolling circuits.
5.29.
5.29. Oh, excellent. Well, this is my training course that Terry's been working on for the last 4 days, and he's just finished it. As you can see, a range of different surfaces. We've got your marshland, your dirt road, your beach, your rainforest bed, corrugations, Salt Lake. We'll be doing a fair bit of Salt Lake rolling. We've got your dunes, Billabong there with your gravel sort of edging, which is fantastic. And I do like to, what I do is I rush my face by the marshes there, the little things, and just see what that feels like on the face. Gets me familiar. Bit more of your mulch. Well, he's thought of everything, and Terry's installed a rain simulator. And show them, Terry, just to make sure I'm ready in case the drought breaks. great. I'll roll underneath. It is all about communication. It's about understanding each other, and we've come up with a range of signals which I'll be using as I'm rolling along, which Terry will be able to see from the support vehicle, and he'll be able to react accordingly. This is water. If I need water, 2 taps means I'm very thirsty, and Terry responds and saves a lot of time, and stops any chance of dehydration. Thanks, Ted. Another one is sultanas. Sultanas are my energy food while I'm rolling, and this is sultanas. Haven't locked that one in yet, but it's looking like a promising one. And yeah, so water. Yes, and so he reacts instantaneously. Thanks, sweetheart.
Like any sport, rolling has its risks.
Shit.
Even a suburban Perth street is a dangerous environment for an endurance roller.
What's
A
happening?
gum nut's gone up my nose.
Oh, you all right?
There's a gum nut up there.
Oh, it is. I can see it.
I should have known. I saw them on the road down there.
A trip to the doctor confirmed that Pat did in fact have a gum nut wedged up her nose.
Can you snort it out?
Oh, no, it hurts. You cannot expect not to run into trouble with these sorts of things. It's you have your hiccups. The gum nut is well and truly lodged up my nose, and the doctor said that it will work its way out over the next few days. He said just some light blowing will help it to come down. He said I can expect some minor headaches, and it is pressing against my brain here. So he said there may be some twitching, and I could become aggressive slightly.
Come sit down, Paddy.
Be there in a sec, sweetie.
All Saints is on.
Yeah, I can see it in the reflection.
Cup of tea be nice, if you're making.
Why don't you get a fat ass and make your own bloody tea for once? And on long trips, we like to make a tape recording of our voices. We record our voices and we play it back on a loop, just general chit-chat, and most burglars think that we're still here. Hello, Terry, how you going?
Oh, good, thanks, Dallas.
Good. There's a house down the street that's asking to be robbed, I reckon. That, number 34.
Yeah.
That's just one of the little tricks that you pick up over the years. Hi, Terry, how you going? Oh, that's very
good.
conversational, isn't it? It's good to be home.
Clear, very
Good
clear.
to, it's turned out well. Terry's got onto the web, and we've discovered there are very serious dingo packs in the Northern Territory. We'll be rolling through the Northern Territory, of course, on our way to Uluru. Terry reckons a pack of dingoes could attack me, could ambush me, and I'd just be meat for the eating. So we are really grappling with that at this stage. You've really caught us in a difficult moment, and we've had this situation before. There was a dog, the golden retriever that we saw that ran Kelby Cross, the Kelby Cross that ran after me on the outskirts of Freo. To try to take a chunk out of my leg. So I know that feeling of a wild dog. Well, that was a domestic dog, but I can imagine a wild dog snapping at your legs would not be pleasant. Well, what we've proposed, Terry's come up with the plans for it. It's a dingo cage, which will be dragged along by the van with me underneath, rolling.
This
the
is
main
like
one.
security girl wire
So it's a
mesh.
very sturdy. It's a very sturdy mesh.
Impenetrable, but no dog could get through that.
No dog's going to get through it. It's very, very impenetrable. And the dingo has very strong teeth.
Jaws, strong jaws.
But will not be able to work its way through the wire, Terry reassures me.
And if it does, I mean, I've got the shotty in the back, so...
He's got the shotgun. If it gets through, then
Yes.
he'll shoot it. I just want it to work out. I want to achieve it. And I think Terry knows that, I know it. I want to get to Uluru.
Rolling.
Rolling. It's working.
Oh, smashing. Keep going. Keep tight.
No, stop, Terry. I'm rolling.
Stop.
So I may not be on this earth for a very long time. Who knows what's around the corner? No one does. Oh, there's a dog, Terry. There's a dog. Get me in. But I strongly believe we'll get to Uluru. No matter what the obstacles, we can do it. It's my treatment's all done and I'm feeling 100%, we will do the role. I said, I don't care what my body's doing to me. I'm going to do it. And Terry's behind me all the way with that. So I love formal events. I love getting all dressed up. And I think it would have been Todd's wedding. It would have been the last formal thing we went to. And I had my shoes especially made for that too. And it's good that they're getting a second wear.